Sunday, January 19th. I'm just starting off my day. I got the base layers on the new piece that Cory put in by the front of the camper, and I'm gonna hit it with white today. He got the two sidewalls in, so I'm gonna start the paint process on that today. And Cory has been working on replacing the ceiling in the back of the trailer. What is so difficult about all of this is it all has to be done at the same time practically. So timing everything has been difficult, and then the weather is just fluctuating like crazy. Like today it's raining and we're supposed to get lows of 44 tonight, and so many of our products have to be at a temperature of 60 or above for them to work properly. So you're just working around weather, the construction of the trailer, and figuring out what you can do when you can do it. So I am going to get started and start painting again. I finished this a few days ago. I left the mark where the bunk goes because there's metal behind that, and that allows us to know where we need to put the bunk back. It helps out, and that little strip will be hidden. And in the front, Cory had marked all of the support, which are either aluminum or wood, so they're not going to show up with a magnet. And he did the markings on the wall lightly in pencil. So as not to paint over them, I taped over his marks so that he can find those supports when he goes to put in the cabinets. I am almost done with the tan base coat. You normally think of tan as a warm color, and this is definitely warm, but it has just a hint of a leaning toward cool. This is all paint that came from people who didn't know how to dispose of it. They gifted it to us. We mix our own colors out of used paint. This one had quite a few paint clots in it, coagulated paint, but this is perfect for what I'm trying to do with the texture, this aged texture, where the big clots of paint that are there when I sand, those come off. They reveal the underlying colors. So it gives it that nice, worn, weathered look. Since we're going for kind of an adventurer's theme in here, we didn't want stark white walls. So this incorporates a little bit of texture to the walls. All right, I've got the header painted. I still need to sand it. What I love about this paint technique is you can use older paint that is a little bit thick because you want to create a texture. It really doesn't matter if it's got little clots of dried paint in it because they make some really interesting patterns when you sand it. It helps conceal the seams. It will wear very well because it's already made to look like it's wearing. So things that show up on it along the way, scratches and scrapes that often occur during normal wear, will just blend into the color and scheme that we've already done. Even the white that I'm using has a few of those little pills in them. That works just fine because when I sand it, it's just going to give more depth to our aged look. The other thing is color theory. Because a lot of times you put a warm next to a cool color and it will make the warm warmer or the cool cooler. We're doing this on a budget, so we're using things that we already had. The upholstery material that I have is a very warm African print with a little bit of this green in it. But my flooring that we found on sale at Walmart, waterproof laminate wood flooring, is a gray cool color. And when you bring in the flooring and put it next to the wall, you can see it force the cooler colors out of the wall color. And then when you put the upholstery next to it or the window frame, it pulls those colors out. So having this layered paint throughout and then sanding it and revealing some of that color underneath helps tie two things that normally people would say don't go together. But the idea is to make them go together using color theory. You've all seen the video where somebody shows a purple dress and everybody's like, no, it's pink, it's blah, blah, blah. It's because we don't really see anything. We take information from light and our eye transcribes that for our brain, and then our brain tells us what we see. Do you see blue? Do you see green? And playing with color theory and knowing how your eye interprets different colors next to one another has allowed us to take used paint, on sale flooring, and upholstery that I already had and make an interior that is cohesive and incorporates all the things that we love. So yeah, I just finished with the white on this. I've got a sand because I want those other colors revealed underneath. And the other thing about this area here is that most likely this whole thing is going to be covered with cabinets. But the cabinets are exactly like the walls. They're the same colors, same color scheme. I'm hoping that that makes the room look a lot larger because I get a little claustrophobic in cramped quarters. All right, it's January 20th. And I am continuing on with my paint job. I still got to sand this to give it more of the aging. I hope to put on the green frame out on the window today after I do the sanding on this latest panel that I painted. Those walls and windows are pretty much finished. Now we've got to build in the couch, the floor, almost everything else. But those windows and walls are finished. It's amazing how much better a little paint makes everything. Now, everything else is still, completely a mess. And Cory's working on the ceiling still. What's your plan for today, Mr. Cory?
Staying warm.
Cory doesn't do well in the cold. He hadn't been off the couch today, and it's 2:20 in the afternoon. You've been taking a break every cold day, which has been every other one.
Every third one.
Okay, every third one.
I'll work a little bit more on the ceiling back here. Try to get the rest of that tied in to
Cool.
the bathroom.
So you're getting ready to do the bathroom ceiling?
Yeah, don't really like doing it in sections, but it really seems to work better with the way the contact adhesive is working.
And there's going to be walls there that will conceal those
It'll all
divisions.
support, and then again, we're going to go over it one more time with the vinyl wallpaper and the adhesive for that too, and
So a lot of it is going to smooth out with that. And then you finished getting that
finish this
it's
one
set
here.
up.
Yeah, it's real nice.
Oh, good. Nice and solid. Nice and solid.
So then I have a piece here, a piece there, a piece on that side, and then maybe one whole section here, and then maybe I'll do this one
All is
all
one.
in one piece, and I have a piece of glue on big enough. I want to use my larger sheets, so it's all contiguous in the back of this
Right.
one to hold that wall together for structure. You start breaking things up, and it starts getting
Right.
loose and wonky.
It's coming along nice, though, I think.
I think so.
It's moving. It's doing something, right? Then what's next after that?
Back wall. Then we need to get all this cleaned up and figure out how we're going to stabilize and finish the floor,
Woo, woo, woo.
so we can work on the bathroom, get all that dried in or wetted in, probably cover it with vinyl
Wallpaper.
just for the moisture that
Bathrooms have.
Bathrooms sweat and everything whenever you take a hot shower and things like that. So,
Assuming we're going to be able to take hot showers. We're still not sure about the tanks
No.
or the water heater or...
we're planning ahead and a hopeful.
It'll eventually be there. Whether it's there when we get there or not, I don't know. Yeah. Always an adventure.